I would do it.
I won't hit record.
Too much pleasure. Oh my gosh.
Second podcast of the day. I want everybody to know we've filmed 2 today, and Kevin's the only one who changed his shirt.
Trash
like a
to
maniac.
cash.
You can't-
podcast.
You guys still have the same shirt on?
It's on different
Yeah,
days,
from
Kevin.
a week ago.
I can wear.
From
I have
a week
I
ago. I've
I
been
have
wearing this for a week.
I have a rotation of like 5 to 8 shirts, and that's better than I used
Me
to.
and Carrie
be,
have
so.
approximately 3.5 shirts. So every 7 days, one comes back around.
Yeah, it's just normal, man. We're not.
How many pairs of underwear do you have?
underwear?
Underwear are for noobs, okay?
Yeah.
Much quicker if you go freestyle.
Exactly, freestyle.
Oh, man.
It's a Coke freestyle machine where I'm at.
The feedback from the last episode, a lot of people are annoyed at us interrupting Amy. A lot of people
to apologize. I knew we were going to have to do it.
feedback
for
was
that.
Yep. Just
I
apologize.
can predict the future.
Yeah, the angry rants about Kevin and his stances on the stuff he had stances about was a little bit.
A lot of people are very
upsetting.
upset about me being bad at reselling. I mean, there's a couple they think Carrie should sell things better than cars.
Yeah,
you know.
there's two people who said I wasn't funny, and that hurt my feelings.
There
two.
were,
and they said we're mean to
Allegedly.
Kevin. So I think we probably covered
this
every
episode.
It is.
No, you forgot some. You forgot the people that love to get backdoor deals at Goodwill, and the people who go 2 days
People
early to yard
defending
sales.
the backdoor deals at the Goodwill.
People defending the back door.
Oh yeah, people are probably yelling at me because I was so rude to that person that came up.
Oh, yeah.
I
would love to see that
tangibly
though, Carrie.
rude.
I could see Dave.
It might
mad
be
at
on my
that.
Ring doorbell. I should check, see if I've got the footage of it.
Put it on a video. Comment
That
or
would be
the ADH Dave video. That'd be good. What are you doing? Are you running out of content now for ADH Dave flips?
Why do you say that?
Well, I don't know. You're not selling on eBay. What are you doing? I mean, I've seen the videos up to this point. I'm just wondering where it goes from here.
I think
just
the
you
content's
being
kind of
you.
easy. Yeah, it's just me being Dave. Like, the content's kind of easy. The thing is, okay, so we're now, today is March 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 16th, March 16th. Hello, welcome to March 16th. And today, I am on a flight to Connecticut. That's where I am.
Oh.
In the future. Now.
In the future.
Yeah.
Where am I? I am on my way back from Peaches to Beaches, so I can say it now.
The 16th, right? What day is the 16th?
Yeah, the 16th this comes out. Oh no, this comes out the 18th.
I'm on my way back.
I'm on my
way back from Utah probably at this point because I'm driving cross country.
So the 18th is when you'll be. Yeah. So
I'll be home like around the 19th.
I'll be on my way.
I'll be somewhere in the middle of America.
If this comes out Tuesday on the 18th, I will be in Connecticut proper, hanging out with my brother. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about hanging out with my brother. So
nice little break.
I mean,
is your northern attitude gonna come out when you go back home? All that.
It
stuff?
came out at the
I'm
garage
not seeing
sale
Noah
guy last
Khan in
week.
concert.
You are. You're seeing.
I am not
Dermot
seeing Noah Khan
Mulroney.
Yeah, but I'm also seeing that band that you do know. Remember I said there was another band there, and it plays that really famous song.
Oh, hey, soul
remember?
sister. I don't know which one you were talking about.
No, I'll find it. I'll find it. Yeah, so I'm going up to see that. It's Swell Season.
Oh, Swell Season.
Wait a minute.
Glenn Hazard.
Swell Season, yeah. I'm seeing Swell Season, yeah. So I'm going to see Swell Season and Dermot Kennedy.
Like,
so what's
is
their
that
big
the right
song?
guy? That's a different person. Never mind.
No, but you sang, last time I told you Swell Season, you sang the song. Do you not remember the song?
Making sure it's the
I think
right
it's like
guy.
Falling Slowly.
Is that that is the Swell Season. Yeah, it's Glenn Hazard. I was confused. Sorry, yeah.
Is this
Falling
like
Slowly, yeah. Falling
2000. This
Yeah.
is like modern music. I
Yeah,
never
it's
heard of any of these people.
It's millennial stuff, probably.
Yeah. Well, most people haven't heard of Dermot Kennedy. He's like my number one artist 4 years in a row, but a lot of people don't listen to him. But he's an Irish singer. He never comes
Josiah
to America. So
and the
Tina got me tickets.
Bonnevilles. Shout out Josiah and the Bonnevilles.
Josiah.
So Tina
It's the
gets. So
same
I'm flying
guy.
up to Connecticut because it's in Boston. So it's kind of crazy. The whole family's flying up. We're bringing the Chihuahuas. I need to call up the airline and see how to make this happen. We're bringing 2 Chihuahuas
What?
with us, so it's like a party of 7.
That is very unrelatable.
Yeah.
Very.
Do you think
you should get one? Have you ever seen
flying
those
to
little
Connecticut with
backpack
chihuahuas?
things
Unrelatable?
with like a bubble on the front, and they put their little cats or their chihuahuas inside of a front-facing?
Yeah,
backpack?
we have one of those.
Oh
Yeah, we
my
have one of those.
gosh, you've got to be kidding me.
I got it at a yard sale.
Okay, well,
Those
That's
dogs
still-
are
that's
adorable. If they got
Very
loose on the
unrelatable.
plane, I feel like people would enjoy it because they're
Kevin's
little
met the
balls of
Chihuahuas.
love.
Yeah,
The Chihuahuas actually liked Kevin, unlike Molly.
Yeah. Molly doesn't trust
liked me
Molly
this time.
can sense the evil, but like the
Molly-
Chihuahuas.
Yeah,
are-
she's
the
come
evil
along.
sensing dong. Dong. I call her an evil sensing dong.
There we go. Trash to cash merch. Evil sensing dong.
That could be marketable. That could be
Yeah,
marketable.
there you go. I like that.
Don't get in too deep.
I wanted to know what Kevin's like number one artist is on his Spotify. Is it like some band of dudes like blowing into jugs or something?
You think I have a Spotify?
Oh yeah, sorry. Like
YouTube
what's
music.
your number
What do you
one?
listen to music on?
Yeah,
Cassettes.
one of those Edison
radio.
things that you crank up.
I have to listen on the radio.
No, but if you're
His
sitting under
favorite
your
artist
tree,
is radio.
yeah,
you're sitting under the tree. Like what?
Yeah,
what
what
do
are you
you
listening
play?
to?
I have
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
those
yeah.
shower AM FM radios that that water can't. I just hang it in
The
the
stuff
tree.
we had in high school 25
Yeah.
years ago. You're still
I
rocking
like
the same
listening
thing?
to. Yeah. What?
But
What's
what
wrong
about all
with
the
that?
commercials and stuff?
I listen on
Have I
my
told
phone. I
you-
listen on YouTube, but I'm working on my phone a lot. So there's a wireless speaker that I can sometimes hook up stuff to.
Kevin, what's your favorite artist?
Yeah.
Like right now, not
You're
from
on a
growing up,
desert
not
island. You can
nostalgia.
only
Like,
listen to
what-
one
I don't
artist.
listen to
Have to
anybody
listen to one
right
artist.
now. The only people I listen to right now are the people my daughter or my wife listen to. That's it.
You have
I don't
no
listen to new
musical
music.
taste at all of your own. Nothing that you love. That just
I like
makes
some
Kevin
new songs. I like that Shabuzi song. That was good that he did.
So Shabuzi.
pouring out
No,
another
I
shot of
mean-
whiskey.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It's relatable.
Yeah, you like
unlike
country. You
putting
like Morgan
chihuahuas
Wallen.
in a backpack. Yeah. I mean, my girls like him, so I like him. But I like
He's
a
all
guy
over
I
the
shouldn't
place. Same-
like,
same with Luke
and I
Combs.
can't remember his name.
Yeah,
right
this
now.
is the most milk toast answer ever. Like, I don't
Well,
have
what do you
any-
want me to say? Glenn Campbell and Perry Como?
Well, no,
'Cause
if that's
they're
who you
good.
like, if that's who you like, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Perry
man,
Como rocks, man.
CCR. I like old stuff.
CC
Sorry,
rock,
I like
that's
stuff that would predated me. I like the Doobie Brothers. I like stuff
know you
that's
do.
old. I love it.
I like, Dermot Kennedy's
is-
like always my number one. This one's not gonna maybe resonate with many, but Maverick City Music's another one I listen to on repeat like constantly. A lot of people won't even know who that is.
I don't even know who that is.
Shamed that I like. If you've ever heard of Co Wetzel, I like Co Wetzel, and I probably shouldn't,
Never heard
but
of
I
Joe
do.
Wetzel.
I think I've heard.
Carrie,
of them.
what's your jam? What's your number one? What are you listening to?
Well, I fell asleep. Well, my number one this year on my rap was MGK. I like MGK a lot, but the problem is I fell asleep listening to like some of his music, so that's not really a true representation. I like Josiah and the
I love
Bonnevilles.
girl
Go
punk.
check him out.
That sounds like a very
what are the
Mormon
Bonnevilles?
band.
It isn't though. It's
Josiah
like a
and,
Tennessee guy, and he was on.
Okay.
He's great. He's great. He does a lot of covers, but
Anything that's kind of girl.
you like
punky,
Halsey,
I'll like.
basically.
Paramore,
You like Halsey,
Halsey,
and
Paramore. Avril Lavigne, big fan of Avril.
Yeah, that is. I
Even
can't
some
tell you
of
how
her
many
new stuff
times
is
like
really
I've walked into like Dave
I
editing
like
or
Avril.
something, and he's always listening
Yeah.
to like Avril Lavigne,
Skater
or
Boy.
Halsey,
Or Goo Goo Dolls. I listen to a lot of Goo
Yeah,
Goo
it's
Dolls
like-
still. I
There
listen
you
to a
go.
lot of Goo Goo Dolls. Yeah.
I can see that.
And then
Goo Goo Dolls are great. I've seen them live.
You guys
they
laughed
had
at
a
me
lot
for
of good
going to
songs.
see Fallout Boy. Like that's makes me
I like
ancient.
Fall Out
You, yeah, you
Fall
go
Out
to
Boy is
Fall Out
good.
I
Boy
like
is
Fall Out
weird.
Boy. I just thought it was weird
Okay.
that you were listening to Fall Out Boy.
Yeah,
Not
Fall
that
Out Boy is in
bad
Kevin.
music.
Kevin's the kind of person who
I
calls it
still
Fall Out
listen to
Boys.
new music, Coldplay, Green Day,
Coldplay,
Fall Out
yeah,
Boy.
there you
You
go.
know that was.
I have all this
Green Day
cool
before
music.
that.
David Allen Coe, Eminem, Mellon Colin. I got a bunch of cool stuff.
Mellon Colin?
I thought you
Yeah,
sold
some
all
punk.
your media the other day. I thought you were selling media like crazy.
That was DVDs. I was doing crazy
DVDs.
DVD auction where I was selling just tons and tons and tons.
Just like
of
here,
DVDs,
take it,
So.
take it. Did you get rid of
So-
most of those? Because you had a wall of DVDs.
Yeah, I got rid of the vast majority. So New Jersey Picker was on. He's selling like one for $1, and then 3 for $3 or something like that auctions. And I come in and I see him running. I'm like, let me join you. He's like, yeah, fine. And so I start running like 3 for $1, and he's like, hey, you're making me look bad because you're starting him. He was starting him at 2, and I was starting him at 1. And he's like, fine, I'll do him 2. And then I'm like, this isn't going fast enough. So my stacks keep getting progressively higher and higher. The last stack I did was 57 sealed DVDs. Like,
Oh,
some
I
of them
saw
were full
that, and it went
seasons
for a
and stuff.
bunch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It went for 35, I think.
Beware
which
if
is
you
like
sell
50
with
cents
Dave.
each.
That's funny. I wish I knew DVDs
But I just,
better than I
just want
do.
them gone.
Because man, some
Joe Philly
I
Picker
sold
is
it.
kind of the
Yeah,
authority.
he's good. And I'm not good at it. But you sold DVDs for a long time. I just have never been good. But I got lucky.
DVDs
the
were
other
like
day.
top 3 or 4 for me like 10 years ago. I used to buy. I go to the live auctions and buy like the box sets. I loved it, but it's more niche. It's more like VHS now. Like you got to know what you got it. You got to be.
I sold an X-Files season 11 sealed for like $80. $80.
Well,
X-Files.
I think. I mean, it is like VHS, but when I say it's different, I honestly think it's like cards in a sense. Like, if you're a DVD seller, like well, no, not even that, but you have to like say, I'm going to yard sale and I'm going to spend 15, 20, 30 minutes at the DVD section of the yard sale or the flea market because it's like cards. It takes a long time. You have to look through every one, and there's nuance to which version of Oh Brother Where Art You
I could see that. Yeah, like I mean, Steelbooks, Criterion Collection. Like there's some certain
and like,
things that I know offhand, but
it's almost one of those categories that the best sellers in DVDs are going to be the niched DVD seller.
Of course,
100%.
Like, of course,
that goes for every category.
You spend a lot of time.
Period. But I mean,
look, I guess I'm saying like it reminds me of cards because of how long it takes to look through. Same with books. I agree. Like books are similar. Yeah.
VHS to some degree.
It's got to be like stuff that you don't see everywhere. It's got to be like Click. It's got to be. Be like what's that? Little Nicky. It's got to be like
the
one where.
And the thing
that's
is,
all I can think of.
If you wanna dabble in DVDs, it's hard because you go over there and you're like missing all these things you'd prefer to be selling because you're spending 15 minutes at the DVDs, and that's kind of why I stopped looking at them because I was like, I'm missing all the stuff I want more for the DVDs.
Like cards, I feel like, and I feel this with people who sell it, like they love it, kind of like card people love cards. Like, I love movies, I love selling DVDs. They are easy to ship, much like cards, so I get the appeal. It's definitely much more nuanced than what it was 10 years ago, where like if you found a complete series or like you found these box sets of 5 or 6 seasons, you just knew that was always going to be $20 or $30 if you can get it at the right price because Netflix didn't have all the stuff on Netflix
back in the day. But now there's so few. There's so few that have value now that it is like cards. Like it's like digging through junk wax. Digging through junk DVDs are all worth $1.98.
Yeah. Well, it's the VHS. I still remember this. Dave he probably remembers too. We were in Tennessee a couple years ago, and I was in hot and heavy into VHS, and we find a whole ton of old VHS, and Dave takes one box, and I take one box. My box sucked, and he found lots of good stuff.
I got all the good stuff.
I was like, this is ridiculous.
Kevin's like an elephant. He never forgets.
He never forgets when he gets outpicked.
Outpicked?
I don't know.
That was pure luck.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's not really
he did say, "Hey, look, Kev, I found some VHS over here," and I'm like, "Sweet, I got the raw deal." Oh well.
Well, I was trying to get everything sold by last week, basically, when this comes out, and I was doing pretty good. And then the yard sale was going to be like the cherry on the cake, and then things changed with my plans and my going to Connecticut and all that, and then all of a sudden I discovered a whole extra week of live selling I can do. I now have a whole extra week of live selling that I can do, and that I did do last week. And so I don't know how that went yet because it hasn't happened, but I wasn't going to be selling.
But you were there, but we haven't been there yet. So
and I was a little worried because I was supposed to be the guy that took over and kind of did a lot of selling, but I'm actually gone this last week. What are you going to sell? You got to get Dawn on there and sell.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just doing cards.
But the early morning hours.
He's going to be traveling. Carrie's going to be traveling, remember?
I'm probably going to be selling, though, dude. Hopefully I end up doing several auctions on the trip. That's the plan.
That'd be good. But see, Dave does something that really helps our dividend marketplaces. Dave's on in the morning when less people are on, and it really sets the stage for all the people that follow. And so I'm like, I gotta have to get up and do this and do early, which not that 10 a.m. is early or whatever you go on. It's just that's my time that I work a lot. So it's like I gotta change my schedule a little bit.
Yeah, well, so for me, I like to wake up the way I prefer to do it, and we'll probably do it long term if I can keep the inventory here, if I can keep getting inventory, is I like to wake up at like 5 or 6, and then I go edit until like 9:30. Then I'll grab.
But you're lazy, Dave. Dave is so lazy. I hear that all the time.
Super lazy. And I do my do you really? I do my auction until like noon, and then if I have to go to the post office, I will. But then after that, I go. I don't know, back to editing, recording, cooking videos, whatever. But that's kind of like the schedule I like to start with. I don't like doing the auctions late unless I have to. The problem is like every now and then there's a bunch of people running, and I don't want to run over them. So I canceled my show. I canceled my show Thursday because I just couldn't find a time that worked for me. And I was stressed too about all the stuff happening, so I was like, I'm just not going to run it. So I didn't run a show Thursday at all.
I always set out the stage when I come on live, and I'll figure out when people are coming live, and if they're not interested in what I'm selling, I'll be like, hey, there's this show here, this show here. That way I don't feel the guilt of taking up somebody's time or audience.
Yeah, you always prepare ahead too by a lot.
What's it? Yeah. Well, no, I came on. There must be a delay here because I'm not used to having time to talk.
No, we're trying to be considerate.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a delay.
People have said.
Yeah. There's definitely a delay, and I think I'm too low because sometimes Carrie won't hear me. But I don't know. Or maybe his mics or his volume. Maybe you can turn up your headset. Are you having trouble hearing us,
No,
Carrie?
I could hear you. I'm just trying. I'm actually
Stop acting weird.
No, I'm intentionally trying to let people talk because I always
weirding us out.
Whatever,
you guys are ruining the show with your comments.
10 times last week. Come on, you can interrupt all the time.
I'm trying. I want to perfect this podcast. I feel like there's a lot of room for growth, and I think that's by letting Kevin talk about whatever the heck people want to hear Kevin talk about, which I don't understand, get, or enjoy, but some people do.
I will have to give Carrie credit for saving this podcast. It was the closest it's ever been to falling apart completely. Dave put out a possibility that we wouldn't film this episode, and Carrie would have none of it.
Okay, so saving a single episode of the podcast, you mean?
Yes, because if Carrie stops doing something, it never starts
That
again.
is true. I did say that. I'm like, you guys, I just want to let you know, 1 week off for you guys is cool, but 1 week off for me is American Arbitrage's YouTube page. It's been 2.5 months now. I don't know when I'm going to do it again. I'm sure I will.
It's true.
I like it.
Hey,
you probably
know yourself, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and Carrie probably has more videos on his American Arbitrage channel than any of us because he was doing dailies for a year. Maybe not a year, but for a long time you were doing daily videos.
I did. That was I've proven that I can be consistent.
No way he has more than. Well, you did do shorts though.
If you count
Carrie,
shorts,
you should do that. You should do that on your trip.
Really?
You should do daily videos.
All right, you find
out American Arbitrage. That would be fun just on my phone. Just make it
back
low-key,
in 1 minute.
Vlog style. I might do that.
James Violet.
The problem
bring
is
a little James Violet in.
Problem is I don't go to thrift stores. Do people just want I'm going to a card shop? I don't want to do it on my card channel because I don't.
Forget it. Forget reselling on that channel. Just do a vlog of your trip. Hey, we're at Outback Steakhouse. Well, let's order food. Just do that. Why not? I'd watch it.
You would watch it. Yes.
Watch it. Yeah.
No, I mean,
guys, comment down below. This
I get
will be
enough
2 weeks too late,
300 view videos. It's going to be discouraging, Dave, and it's going to hurt my channel.
Your channel is not being hurt more by having zero content.
Yeah, but if I come back with subpar content, it will hurt it long term.
Do you think it hurts it more than having no content?
I just need to have.
This is a good debate. This is a good debate.
Here's my thing. I feel like there needs to be something reselling in the podcast, whether it's me and Dawn in the car talking about a topic for a minute or two. I feel like there needs to be some sort of hook with because tomorrow I'm going to go to a card shop in Gainesville, which is 2 hours away from here, on my way. So I'll film a little there. I'm going to film a lot of card videos, but I need to. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'll.
No, but I don't know. Kevin, this is a question I was asking Carrie. I'd be interested in your opinion. Weirdly, do you think it's better for him to do no videos at all, or a vlog of his trip where sometimes he doesn't talk about reselling on American Arbitrage, the old school channel?
Are you not going to do any picking or anything like that across the country?
I'm going to be picking across the country. I'll probably hit. I'm going to do cards, but I will probably hit some Goodwills along the trip. Yes, but I might not every day if I'm trying to.
The question's about the American Arbitrage channel.
Yeah, my question is, what's better for a channel? Is it better to do nothing?
No,
I think it's better
to do.
No,
slightly off topic.
Slightly off topic. Try to keep it somewhat on topic.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't film yourself going to the bathroom.
No, but going to restaurants and saying you're going on a trip to Boss Reseller Remix.
I think that's fine. I think I could talk. I could do all the funny stuff in there, but there needs to be some one little stop at a thrift store, or there needs to be at least me and Don debating about the downfall.
You could
of
talk about what
eBay,
what Don sold.
Film yourself walking.
Yeah, we could do that.
There you go. You could do that.
We could talk
Don, what sold? Is she selling?
Oh yeah, she sells a lot on eBay and stuff.
Oh, is she turning off her store though?
She is turning off her store, so we could talk about that.
You could talk about that.
Talk about turning off your store.
You'd be like, hey, it's still turned off, so today we're not going to have any sales, so we're going to Outback Steakhouse.
I don't do what sold videos, but I could talk about what I sold on DibDib, but it's going to be card related.
Archie picking you up, you could film different stuff.
I could definitely make some videos on the trip. I just don't know if...
How come Archie said he's picking you up at the airport?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I've told him. I told Mike already. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not flying.
He seems to think he's already at the airport.
I told him at the live that I don't think he was in the room. So
Carrie, how was Boss Reseller Remix? How was it?
Oh my gosh! First off, the speakers, guys. Am I right? If you were there, you know. Also,
have you done your homework?
The food. Me and Rods. Did you guys really? Did you get the underlining meaning behind a lot of what we were saying in our talk that we've? Like we were talking about the anatomy of a yard sale, and I'm sure you're like, whoa, and you were like, wow, insight. Yeah. And I hope you enjoyed it.
Why not do like 2 videos and that's it? What are you doing?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Why'd you put lies, like you wrote it with like a grape fruit roll-up, and it's like on a piece of toilet paper? I don't know
Dave's trying to get political here, by the way. Trying to get very political.
He does not like the state of my Boss Reseller Remix.
You're just lying about the Boss Reseller Remix. You haven't been
I'm not lying. No, I was vague. I said, that's the title of our thing, is The Anatomy of a Yard Sale. And
did you do
I said
PowerPoint?
The speeches. No, I mean like I can't.
That was a requirement.
No, we're not, and I don't even mean that you didn't do it. So calm down. Me and Rod have not touched a PowerPoint in like 10+ years, either of us. And if Rod wasn't going to do it, I can't. I got stuff.
Dude, you know what'd be fun?
I mean,
Carrie?
I don't think it's going to help. We're better at not doing it that way. It will be better this way.
You should ask your Instagram following, say, can someone make us a PowerPoint? Here's the topic, and then just use it.
AI it.
No, I like where Dave's going, like kind of like Impractical Jokers. We have to say whatever's on the. We don't know what's coming up next. It just can't be mean or anything mean. It has to be reseller related, but it could be off the wall.
You can look at it ahead of time. Ahead of time.
Just put your phone out there and just have me and Dave text you.
It's really simple. Like doing first off, me and Rod, neither of us are shy, so like it's not hard being in front of a group of people. We all do podcasts, so we just have a topic. We'll have bullet points or whatever, and then we'll riff on it.
AI. What is the anatomy, Dave? AI it right here and give it to Carrie. What is the anatomy of a garage sale? That's what you just read.
Should we use like the brain of the yard? So should we actually use anatomical parts to describe it?
That would be hilarious. I love it.
And we're going to talk. I really what I want to do personally, and I talked with Rod about it. Like what I want to do is talking about like tips at yard sales. I mean, I think that's the thing that because we could talk about how a yard sale works. Everybody knows that, but like ultimately we got to give them the jewelry. Tips.
Hey, you talked about this last week, Dave. You talked about, I'll read it in a second. You talked about the older lady who got the jewelry, brought it to your daughter to price it when you were gone.
Yeah.
If people do that, what's keeping them? That clearly is unethical. Why not just steal it? If you're willing to do something unethical, why not just steal it?
That's a good title for the episode. Why not just steal it? Have a little bubble coming out of.
It's like a step too far.
In society and in general, people have a different bar for ethics, basically. Like everyone's ethical bar is at a different place. And so to them, that might not have felt as unethical as stealing it. But it kind of was.
From like Commonwealth to Gandhi, there's like a scale.
Kevin's on the bottom, obviously.
The Salt March.
All right, so I said give me a super short answer because it gave me a super long answer. Okay, so we asked what the anatomy of a yard sale is. I said, no, that's too long. Give me a short answer, but do it in a Texas accent. And it said, a yard sale's got 3 main parts: setup, stuff, and sales. You set it up in the yard or driveway with tables and signs pointing folks in. The stuff's got to be sorted: clothes, kitchen, junk, toys, and old gadgets. And the sales, well, slap some price tags on them and be ready to haggle.
No
folks
price tags.
Love a good deal.
No price.
What ChatGPT.
What is the
percentage? Do that,
percentage?
Carrie. You can use that.
Send that over.
I could see Rod getting all serious though about this. I could see Rod getting in there and just being serious. Like when you walk into a garage sale, he'll probably get like a model up there and use the anatomy. Like it's like the feet. This is the basis of a garage sale. When you walk up, you've got
the DVDs are the balls. That's the balls of your yard sale.
The yard sale. You got to grab this yard sale by the DVDs, man. Listen,
see that.
I'm just gonna. If you guys saw this, you probably are gonna see me do this. I'm gonna just use the good old-fashioned Socratic method on Rod. He's not gonna know it. He's gonna say something. I'm gonna ask a question about what he said, and he's gonna respond to that. Then I'm gonna ask another question about his response, and that's gonna be the thing. I'm just gonna riff off what he says. Yeah. And that's gonna be it. It's gonna be good. Well, me and Rod are good together, and we have knowledge on it.
That's my Flipper channel, basically. I basically take a question or a comment somebody
You figure out whatever's scaring somebody at the moment on eBay, and then you just
cry on those.
You
like
you going to jail? Is everything going away? Is the internet going to explode?
Losing your livelihood, everyone.
Not do that.
I'm waiting for you to go like, is American Arbitrage going to have to go back to In-N-Out? I'm waiting for a very specific one that's going to frighten me.
I did one coming out tomorrow, which is 2 weeks ago at this point, or 10 days, where I did something about, I'm not going to talk about it. I can't remember what it is, and it's going to bore you. So
you can't remember, and it's
stuff.
Like
I just did it. It's actually on this computer. I can check. What did I title this thing? The working title. Do you ever have a working title, Dave?
No.
You don't. You just title it like you put it in there and then title it later. And I have a working title of most of my videos, and then I perfect it when it's time, or at least try to.
I may just not call it that. Like I'll give like a guess at what the title might be when
that's what I'm talking about.
Editing.
That's what I'm talking about. So I did it. Now I got to find the video here real quick. Not that you care, but I think this is an interesting one. So you'd probably rip on me after the fact, but it'll be too far after the fact to remember.
There going to be bars on
Here we go. Rich resellers rip off old ladies at garage sales. There you go. Rich resellers.
Are you gonna be in a tuxedo? Did you make yourself in a tuxedo?
No, this guy commented. This ticks me off. It always has. Where the commentary is like, "Oh, you're negotiating with an old lady. You're a rich dude and whatever." To me, and this, do you guys remember the Harry Tornado debate when he took something back to TJ Maxx or something? And Carrie's dumb argument was, "Oh, it's TJ Maxx, so it's not bad." I hate that argument. It's
do they offer refunds?
Well, no, I don't. That wasn't the argument I was arguing about, right? My argument was, and I think Josh did something like this, because it's TJ Maxx and they have a bunch of money or whatever, Walmart or Lowe's, then it's okay. But it wouldn't be okay if it was a mom and pop shop or something like that. To me, that's ridiculous. So my point was, if this lady was a rich old lady, would it be bad? Or would she have to be a rich young lady? Or if she was poor and young, it was okay to negotiate $1 off. But the whole
sounds
rich
like something a rich guy would say.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the way you're saying it, I think it's all bad. I think every scenario is wrong.
Kevin, what was your working title again?
Rich resellers rip off old ladies at garage sales.
I have a shortened version. Kevin's life story.
No, my God.
The downtown Kevin Brown story.
Of Kev.
Dude,
the Kevin Brown.
Just call it Kevin Brown. We'll get it.
I didn't have a quarter to spare in my life. Not a quarter to spare until about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Now
I kind of wish, dude, you know what? It's actually a very common thing for teachers to retire quite wealthy because they have to live on so little for so long. It's literally one of the largest group of millionaires is teachers.
Okay, that may be true.
In retirement.
But I will argue. In retirement.
And I would say it's because they learn to be frugal because they don't make much. What's your argument?
First of all,
teachers'
retirement
really plans are just good?
No, they're not that good. It totally depends on where you live. The market for teaching is so different in so many different places. Like I had teachers in California who were making just stupid money and retiring early and getting buyouts and stuff. In rural Virginia, you don't make jack. Because the property taxes are what pays your salary, and the property tax around here is so low because property value is so low. It really depends on where you live. Plus, I'd make this other strange argument, but this is true. I saw it all the time as a teacher. A lot of these teachers, they go to UVA and all these expensive schools, and I'm like, and you're teaching for $40,000 a year? I don't understand. You probably dumped hundreds of thousands into that degree. You're not going to make the dumb thing back. It's because they marry doctors and lawyers all the time. I'm telling you.
Okay, that's fine. Do you think like property taxes though? a scam. Like, let's
We're going to
like,
put up
it's
more
kinda
signs? We're going to get more
Yeah.
political? Okay,
No,
we're going to
listen,
get
I don't know
all
if that- is that
taxes or
even
theft?
political? No, not necessarily.
I
I just think if I
personally-
own a house, I don't want to pay taxes on it. It's like I'm paying rent.
I agree. Do you really own
Bull
something
crap.
that you
I'd
have
rather
to
pay a
taxes
higher
on?
sales tax.
I agree. I agree 100%.
Dude,
I don't
look,
like
man,
paying taxes
we're
on
just
things
floating
that
on
you
a
own.
rock in space, man. Do we really own anything?
Well, no, you
We're
really
just
don't.
transferring random junk to other people who want random junk. That's what we do, man.
But think about it. Some people pay off their mortgage and they're still paying $500-$600 a month in taxes.
That's my property
I
tax
know.
is $700 a month.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot
Well,
of people's rents.
Yeah,
That's
I get
crazy.
that, and we don't have near that much out here. So I'm probably paying $150, Dave, but we have
Yeah.
a state income tax. So
My brother pays
what's worse?
$1,000 a month in property tax in Connecticut
Yep,
for his $400,000 house. Mm-hmm. It's wild.
yep.
I'll be
Teacher
honest.
rent.
I've never owned a house, and if I could be completely honest, this might be the year I learned what property tax really was, because I really didn't understand it till maybe a year, maybe 2 years ago. If I'm giving
That's
myself
what,
some
and that's
leeway.
what pays
'Cause
for
I've
us,
rented
y'all.
my whole life or lived at home, like and so yeah, this is wild
Teacher
to me.
salaries tied
Yeah, we got to
directly
find another
to
way to
property
pay teacher
tax.
salaries. That's my opinion. I don't know what it is. I don't know the solutions. I just have.
Well, I have a
complaints.
solution, but nobody would like it, and I'm not going to say it.
Guys,
Kevin wants taxation without representation. He wants the
Kevin
British
in
way.
charge.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right, I
This
will
is
say
different
it.
than
Now
last
you're
week.
making me mad.
I'm joking.
Yeah, I'll
Different
just
than
say
last week's.
public government education wasn't a thing until the country had been a country for over 100 years.
So we all homeschool
No, well, there was different methods,
or private
but
schools.
we managed to come up with some pretty brilliant minds without government education, and but whatever, people get all twisted out of shit.
Yeah, but they didn't have to learn how to build a website or how to do a dibdit auction back in those old days. It was
Dude,
much
Carrie,
simpler. They just had to
they-
get water from a well and read a book.
Dude, the requirements to get into college are far greater
we're
than
going to
kids
college
know
now.
when they
You're
come
talking.
out of
You're
college.
talking to the guy
now.
who thinks I
have a
love
friend who's a
college, but
college
it was
graduate.
completely Let me say this: like maybe it was in my case, my use case, but it was not worth it. But I enjoyed it. Oh yeah, no, go closer, Dave. Go closer. This is what happened when you don't have 3 degrees. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He has a house.
Did you see that Florida thing I sent y'all with the guy that broke into the KFC? You guys are two
KFC?
Florida men. I sent you a thing. You
That's just
you always talk
normal
about
for
the
us.
Florida
That's like
people.
a Tuesday, bro.
This guy, he breaks into a KFC. He's just gigantic. His head is like this big. He's just huge. He broke into the KFC and ate the grease.
Oh,
my
why?
gosh! He
Why
didn't.
do you
He
eat the
didn't take
grease?
anything. He just ate the grease. Florida people,
Kevin,
man.
you know, there's like a. Have we talked about the Florida Man website where you say like
Yes,
your
that's
birthday?
why I
and
sent
then
it
there's
to
a
you.
We
Florida
we
Man?
should do the birthdays. Can we do that?
Florida
What's your
people.
We should do
birthday,
our
Kevin? What's your birthday?
March 31st.
March 31st, Florida Man.
Almost happy birthday. Almost you're
Getting
close,
there.
like within a week and a half, 2 weeks. at this
40.
point.
Okay, March 31st, man in Florida slashes car with machete in road rage incident. Just another Monday morning commute in Miami. The morning was about to go wild. David Johnson, 35-year-old Florida man, was driving his Honda Civic along the highway. He was cut off by an SUV. He picked up the pace, began to tailgate the driver, and so on and so forth, and he slashed.
Yeah.
He
There you
slashed
go.
it.
Can
That's
I,
a pretty
can I
tame
share
one.
a reselling story that made me upset? Have you ever got a neutral feedback that didn't match the neutral feedback? I got a neutral feedback, and it had nothing on it but a period. It was period. Neutral feedback.
That's about as neutral of a feedback as you can possibly get if you think about it.
Pretty much. You can do a dash.
Period.
That's good. That's a good point.
Dash is more
maybe I
neutral.
won't be upset about the neutral feedback. I have got neutral feedback that's glowing before, and I've got negative feedback that's like,
think
this seller's
neutral-
awesome.
I think neutral is often people who don't really understand eBay feedback and how it affects sellers, right? Like they just think, yeah, I have no opinion on it. Neutral, right?
But
Or
why
they just
leave
say
it?
something
But,
nice.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, why leave feedback at all? That's
Yep.
2025.
Sold
What's
it,
feedback?
y'all. Yeah,
Feedback,
that's
yeah.
why I'm bringing it up. I sold something I've never sold before. That I thought I would have sold before. You know the Snuggle commercials, the fabric softeners. I sold a Snuggle Bear plush. It's the only time I've ever found one, and I sold it.
I would.
You
That
ever
sounds
sold
cool.
one of those plush? I'm sure Dave has.
No. No.
All right, it's like the
I haven't.
Affleck
Well,
duck.
Actually, we may have back in the day. Actually, honestly,
I like
Dave, what
some
are you
stuff
doing?
I've never
Dave's
sold
off in
before.
his La La Land.
Oh, check this out. Oh, I think I said this.
I
in
was
the
just like
previous
curious
one,
because it seems like my negative feedbacks have gone up. So I was trying to see if I got one recently, but I guess I didn't.
On
They're all
eBay?
old.
though. What is your
On
feedback?
eBay, yeah, you got me.
Somebody
looking at my eBay.
accused
Your
me of being
percentage may
Philly
go
flipper.
up. You're not selling.
Brian Klaus. Mine's the lowest it's ever been, 99.6. And Brian Klaus threw out the Philly flipper at me. I'm like, dude, killing me here. Dave, you got to pay more attention.
Do you want to
This
expand on
podcast
that
is
without
terrible.
being mean?
No, you guys want to always rip on Paul for his low negative feedback or whatever it is. Oh, I sold another
My
Florida
feedback's
item.
Terrible now.
Snap-on sign, $49. That's good.
Are you just
Sorry,
going
I
through
got
eBay
distracted.
sales
You
and-
guys brought up feedback, and I was looking at it. That's my bad.
What did you find?
Why are you
okay,
looking
so
at
let's-
eBay feedback?
Let's talk about Dibdit. People haven't heard enough
Yeah,
about Dibdit these
this
last
is
2
the
weeks,
Dibdit
and we really need
podcast
to-
by Dibdit.
Yep.
.com.
Me and Carrie were talking about just the massive unfollowing. We have negative 20 subscribers, okay, in the last month. And one of the comments at the top was
What?
the reason you
Whoa,
guys
whoa,
are
whoa.
losing
What are you talking
subscribers.
about? Wait. We have 20. We've lost subscribers. I can't get in because you guys never sent me the information.
We've
This
lost
would have
20
been a
subscribers on
cause
Trash
for
to Catch.
concern.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I leave this thing
We've
for
lost 20.
a month, and you guys are destroying this thing? What are you doing?
You're on the podcast too. It's
Okay,
also
Mr.
your
I
Notifications?
understand. No. I
You're
monitor
the one that
this
made
stuff.
us do Dibdit.
Oh my gosh. I monitor this stuff on the site and I look to see what are you doing to me? You're killing me.
We're
I
down
told
18
you
subs because of your choices, Kevin.
you left. Well, I lied to somebody then because somebody said something about it on the Discord and I was like, no, we haven't lost any subs because the last time I looked, we were still gaining
28
subs.
days.
We're down 18 subs. Well,
let's
subs.
fix
and
this.
I took down the lives a while ago.
No, dude.
think
Here's
that
what
was
it is.
4
Here's
days
what it
ago.
is. Here we had one day. What happened on? What did you do, Kevin, on February 22nd that made 26 people leave this podcast?
What?
Because every other day is positive almost. We're positive almost every day. We were up
Yeah.
on March
So
4th,
one
5.
day. All right.
Negative
it might have been-
1, neutral. But one day we lost 26.
Okay.
The day before.
Well, we're not
that might have
losing
been the day.
subscribers then.
Yeah, we just
We're
had a
gaining
bad
still.
couple days.
No,
because
I've seen
of
this
what
happen
Kevin
before.
did.
Haven't you seen this happen before, Dave? You don't pay attention
Was
to
it killing dead accounts?
Yeah, it happens from time to time. Yep.
No,
Yeah, there's
Carrie, if you
nothing that
look, it was down 23. It was down 23 Friday, 26
It happens over
Saturday.
multiple days.
No, I'm saying it was 2 days
16
though, but it was
Sunday.
up 5. No,
3 days.
oh yeah, but then after that it was back to
3
normal.
days.
What did we do? What do
See,
we put out a video?
Can
What did we
somebody
do on that
please send me
Saturday?
the login to this thing again? I asked for it 2 weeks ago.
Was that the time we didn't have Kevin on and everybody had a hissy fit?
Oh, that's what it was. It's actually what it was. There it is. We have it right there.
No, we didn't release that episode on a
I'm
Friday.
totally cool. I'm cool losing half the people if that's the case. But we got to put them and dibbed it. We'll trade.
I just
We'll take
sent it,
half our
Kevin.
people and put them on
There,
it.
it does bring up a good point. There is a you have so much social media capital, right? And you gotta kind of be careful. You can't
It's a
just hit
balance,
people
yeah.
with constant ads. I even when I did the
Well,
ad,
it's
for
like
the
getting
bed-
notified every 5 seconds, Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I just want you to know that these shows today on Dibdit, because I haven't sent these notifications. There's 2 shows right now, 11 people and 3 people. I'm just saying. Just saying.
What are you saying?
I'm
what,
saying
what are
that
you saying?
constant activity by the owners and attention is extremely important, and we're on a razor thin level between success and failure.
It's the worst motivational speech ever. I feel demoralized. I feel like
Details
Coach
are
Bombay.
important.
Deal with this guy.
I'm the
Let us
detail
down.
person
Deal with this guy.
on here. Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
deal with me. Okay,
It's
All right.
brutal.
No,
You guys
my
are
job
feeling
is just
bad
to
for
float
us.
in sometimes and just send good vibes and dip. That's my job. I'm just, hey guys, I'm here, and they're like, oh, Carrie's here, and then I'm gone. They don't even know I was there.
Yeah. Listen, there was
There's
a
too many
big
lives to keep up
downfall
with,
in
to
like
be
the
honest.
thumbs up when we had Tim on instead of Kevin.
Yeah, what's
Now,
up
I
with
will
that?
say, do you know what the
That's
highest
awful.
like percentage on any of our podcasts are? It's very consistent, Carrie. It's the ones
Me
where
and you.
Kevin's not there. We always get 100% on those.
Wait a minute.
Like, this
I'm
is what we
confused.
signed up for originally.
I'm confused.
The secret episodes.
Oh,
the secret episodes always have 100%
Those are people
positive.
that are hardcore fans.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Of you two. Of us two, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
all
the
6
hardcore-
of them are hitting the thumbs up.
We appreciate it.
It's not a large audience, but they're a loving audience. I do love that they
100%.
love us so much. So,
Well,
Kevin,
I think-
let's talk about
yeah.
your yard sale season because it's back in full force. It is mid-March now. It's March 18th.
It is
How have the
actually,
yard sales been?
So it's actually, for me right now, it's a Friday night, and I went to look for yard sales. Zero.
Did you get your list? What about that list you get?
That's what I'm talking about. Unless it came out
list
late.
has
There
zero.
was 0 earlier. But I'm still going to go out because the weather's not bad. I'm like, there's going to be something. So I'm going out. But this last weekend, 3 days ago, whatever it was, I was at Peaches to Beaches, and I'm sure it was amazing.
Tell us
I have
more
no
about
doubt.
Peaches to
Oh,
Beaches.
okay,
Like, what
'cause
were
you're
some of your
talking-
impressions from your time at Peaches to Beaches?
This year we went to the South, and I don't know how it's going to be. But last year we weren't in the South, and we were told that the South was the place to be. Of course, the grass is always greener, kind of thing. But it turns out that the farther south or east is actually closer to my house than the northern, which is weird. So I'm hopefully Peaches to Beaches, and I sold something from Peaches to Beaches last year, just the other day. But I like that sale. You guys went to it and were grumpy. Dave was grumpy. Carrie was grumpy.
It's morning. I'm
Everybody
always a
was
little emo
grumpy.
in the morning.
Yeah.
I was grumpy because you broke my $300 car key.
Dude,
Little
it was
turkey.
half broken
While I was pooping.
already. It was half broken already.
Listen, can I help you out, Kevin? Is it okay if I help you out a little bit? There's a
as long as I can
gigantic
return the
yard
favor.
sale tomorrow.
Okay.
There's a gigantic yard sale tomorrow,
Did you just ask Brandon?
hosted by the Jefferson Choral Society.
Nice.
Okay.
Jefferson Forest in the parking lot?
It is at the Moose Lodge, Lakeside Drive, Lynchburg, Virginia, tomorrow.
Oh, okay, I got a story about this one. This is the
You gonna
sale
go?
that
I was
happened.
gonna,
yeah,
I was
I'm
gonna say
go.
pass on
tomorrow.
the story, but go ahead.
So this is the sale that I went
Didn't even thank
to
me.
when COVID broke
Can you
out. So
thank
this
me
must.
first? Can you
Thank you.
thank
you
me
very
first?
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
8 a.m.
Thank you,
Be there,
Daddy.
be
Thank
square.
you, cooking Daddy. Listen,
Go.
I went to this sale. This is what broke Commonwealth Picker's career open right here. It
He's
was
talking about himself in
after-
the third person now.
after COVID, or it was right after COVID started, and every place else was shut down like crazy. Well, Lynchburg isn't everywhere else, right? We're out, whatever. And so I go to this sale. This is right when people started doing masks and all that stuff, and I started getting tons. I got a lot of footage at that sale, and I already had a bunch of footage, and this kind of just kept it going. And I was the only one putting out garage sale videos practically. And it really helped. But it ticked me off because I went to that sale. It's supposed to start at 8, and I got there at 7:45, and there were people coming out of that place with tons of stuff. So I'm going to go early.
Should I tell what's his name, Brandon, about this, or should I keep it on the DL?
Oh, no. Well, if you got the information from him, then yes, absolutely.
I didn't. I searched your Facebook.
I don't know. You can tell him. He's your buddy. How could you not tell your friend? Just don't tell his wife.
No, listen.
Yeah, tell him. You got to tell him. You can
That's-
tell him anything. Yeah. Just say you have to arrive after Kevin has thoroughly looked through everything.
Well, I
How
will
far are
say
you from Fairfield?
a long way.
Okay.
I don't know how far, but a long way.
What will you
Dave,
say?
this is what Dave does when I'm down in Florida. I like it. I don't like researching. I like freestyling. But I still, you got to do something, right? Yeah.
Well, you got to go to that. I
Oh,
mean,
here
that
it
one's,
is. It
that
did.
Moose
It
Lodge
came in
sounds
late.
awesome.
It came in late, so it is here. It came in after we started filming.
Is the
that
Moose
first.
Lodge on it?
Yep. It's on.
It is.
So he knows.
He knows. Yeah, everyone knows. Oh, I
But
tried.
okay.
I tried to
so
give you a leg up.
The list came out. There's one. That's 45 minutes away from my house. So this one is about 30 minutes away. So 1, 2, there's 3 yard sales tomorrow. That's
So
not
it's
bad.
8 a.m. at the Moose Lodge. Is that where you're going to start?
That's where I'm going to start at 7:30 at the Moose Lodge. 7:15 probably.
Oh, you're going to be
Get
that
there
guy.
at 7:30 and it's 8 a.m.
Listen, I wouldn't be that guy at a place like that, except for I went
No, I'm
7:45 last time, and there's people coming out. So yeah, it's going to be me.
So are you confident they'll let you in early?
No, but I'm not going to take a chance
rather
that
wait
they
in
let
line.
everybody in early.
Would you wait
I'll just
in
sit in the
line,
car.
or you'd sit in your car? Okay.
I'm
I'd
not
wait-
for
I'd
that
sit in
type
my
of
car,
yard
too.
sale. I'd sit in my car. If it's an estate sale that I know what's in that estate sale and you see pictures so you know where stuff's at, then I would be in line. So that's what. Do you go to the ones where they give you tickets?
No.
at estate sales?
I don't.
That's
I've
really
never been-
Dude, Jimmy
They'll
was
come out
talking
and give you
about going to
tickets.
Jimmy was talking
Tornado
about
sale.
going back to a sale that cost $50.
$50. Yeah. I've been
Did
to
you pay
sales
that,
where
Gary,
you
to get
gotta
into a
pay.
sale? Not 50
Yes.
though. I've been to $5
Depends on the
sales.
sale.
Never
I mean,
more
I
than
pay to
50.
go into card shows from time to time. So yeah, I mean, if the product is in there and you feel pretty confident that you could find good stuff, yes.
What
I'm
about
not saying
if
I
it's
want
a good
to.
cause, Gary?
Oh yeah, no, oh, yes, no, yeah, no. Well, I mean, I would give more than Kevin would give. I would give an additional amount on top of the 50 because it's a good
Asking
cause.
that question, Kevin is implying Carrie's a bad person somehow. You have to
No,
understand.
no,
subtext
I
when you're listening to
understand
Kevin.
that Kevin is busy amassing riches here on this rock right now on the planet, not up in. I don't talk about it because I like. But that's okay. If we want to talk about it. That's
if you had experience with this sale, I think the FOMO would cause me to do it. Right? If this sale's worth $50 admission, his was a day early.
I'd almost do it
Dave.
for a video. I think that's a good thought
It was early
It's a
access.
day
thing for a
early.
video.
Now I did think
Well,
about
there's an
this
estate
because
sales company where you are that charges, right, Kev?
not that I'm aware.
Nick's told me about it. He said there's one up there, and Brandon has told me that there's one up there that charges money in Lynchburg. Mm-hmm.
I'm not aware of that, but I don't go to many
Believe
estate
it, guys.
sales.
It's his shocked face.
No,
Yeah.
that's not. But I have been to sales. There's this one sale that happens once a year at a Ruritan club, and if you buy a table to sell at, it's like, I don't know what it is, $25-$30, and you can sell in there, then I think I would just buy the table and not sell because I could get in
That's
there
where
and
you
pick
got your
everybody's
popples.
stuff. Yeah, that's right.
See, I know
Just
all the
buy a
Lynchburg
table.
sales. I'm like a pro. It's because
Buy
I
a
watch
table,
all
don't
Kevin's
sell.
videos with bated
Steal
breath. I'm like,
ideas.
oh, Kevin's got a video.
You used to watch my
I hope he
videos.
pets that dog.
I used to.
I
I
did-
have this thing where I get hyper focused on stuff, and right now I'm hyper focused on Counter Strike again. It's all Carrie's fault.
Yeah.
I'm
Literally
back
went
addicted
over
to Counter-Strike.
to his house, hanging out, and Dave's watching Counter Strike while we're having just a
That team
discussion as
lost.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah,
your
the team I like lost. It's my
Or
team.
do you have teams
I own
again?
them. I have teams
Because
again.
you had a team years ago, and you said that they all
I'm a
disbanded or
simple
something.
man, Carrie. Give me any player. Here's the thing. In Counter-Strike, America is so uncompetitive. Oh, North America in general, like Canada and the U.S., right? Yeah, and Mexico doesn't even really have any good teams or players. So, like, any team that's got a player from our region, I cheer for. That's kind of how I do it. So, because, like, we're so bad at this. Like, we get just
Is it like-
floor mopped by the Europeans.
Is it like D2? Is it just Iceland just cleaning up every game?
Dude, it's Sweden. Iceland, I don't know about Iceland, but Sweden's really good, and Denmark is amazing. And then
Everything's-
Ukraine and
All
Russia,
they do is
they're all very
all
good.
they
It's
do
like-
is ride bicycles, buy
all
windmills,
good at
and play
Counter-Strike.
Counter Strike all day. The Danes.
It's crazy, and all their stories, like, and there's some other teams too, like Mongols from the Mongolia area. They're really good. Like, it's pretty wild because they'll do like their stories, and their stories are like, literally still now, the only time they can play growing up is going to an internet cafe.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a whole different world, right? They don't have their own computer. They go to an internet cafe to learn Counter-Strike. So it's
The
really
Mongols
interesting.
from like the area of Mongolia. Is that what you said?
from
He
Mongolia.
was talking geography. Dave's a big geography guy.
Yeah.
From
Yeah, the
Mongolia.
Mongols
Did
from
you know they
Mongolia.
had the largest contiguous empire in the history of the world?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can know facts and they're not interesting or important, but yes.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
indeed. Okay, so we talked
I'm
about
sorry.
Kevin hating teachers and saying they should all get fired. We talked about Kevin saying the only reason teachers
That's
are
not
rich
what
is
I
because they
said at
marry
all.
up. What else did he say? What else do you want to say negative about teachers?
Any
right
more
now?
hot takes, Kevin? This is what happens when we let Kevin talk, by the way, guys. Just so you know.
Yeah, you get all
we're
types of
trying
weird
to
hot takes.
we're trying to put out fires before they happen.
Good teachers
Here's
would
a
get
here's
paid
a question.
far more.
Here's a question.
in
And
my
these are the sorts of
world.
questions we have when we do 2 episodes in a row and we're out of topics. When's the next Uncle
I
Mark's
have plenty
garage
of
sale?
eBay time. Ooh, that's a good
When's
question.
the next Uncle Mark's garage sale?
I don't know. I haven't talked to Uncle Mark in a while. I'll need to. I saw he was on Dibdit the
Oh,
other
you're
day.
fighting?
No.
Why are you fighting
what?
with him?
Yeah, what did Uncle Mark
Wow.
do?
No.
What did you do?
Okay, go with your eBay topics. Let's hear them.
Yeah, let's just go one by one. Let's talk
Scroll
eBay.
back.
Guys. Let's
I
do
already
it.
gave up on him.
Quick fire eBay topics. Go.
quick. We're gonna just give
It's
you
still
our
a roller
responses.
coaster, y'all. I'll remind you of the roller coaster
Totally.
ride that is eBay.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like $1,000 day, $800 day, and then like $60. and then like 400, and then it's like, well,
You're
what
just
is,
doing numbers.
Why? Why is that
days-
happening?
What's
on eBay?
happening? What's going on?
I don't know.
Krylov?
I always blame it on myself, and
Is reselling dead?
Here's the question I have. You occasionally have these. How come nobody ever has this day where it's like, I sold 64 things for $2,200 or something? I never hear that. But I do hear I haven't sold anything for 3 days. So why isn't there that, huge?
Because people are more likely and people are more prone to share bad news over good news because
True,
good news feels
100%.
like you're bragging and then people get jealous.
Yep.
Some people don't
they don't
have
wanna
like
look
that
like
sense of
braggies.
bragging being annoying, like you, for
Ivan-
example, Kevin. But like a
Kevin
lot of
would
people
do
are like to keep that to themselves.
I do that in
try not to
videos
make
where I
people feel
have a
bad.
good sales day because I used to get excited about it and say whatever, and I would always get to stop bragging and whatever. And so now,
Some people
like,
have
I
this thing called empathy.
apologize. I apologize when I have a good day.
Shout
for
out to the
sales.
empathetic people. We appreciate you.
Okay, so that's his topic one. It wasn't great. What you got
We should
next?
have just skipped
That
this
wasn't
podcast.
great. I mean, that wasn't really a topic. You just said numbers. But go ahead.
Oh, it's a roller coaster, guys.
why is
literally, he was
eBay up and down?
planning
It
for this
depends.
podcast.
Listen,
Carrie. He was
I'll tell
planning
you
for
why
this
eBay's
podcast,
up
like,
and
here's a
down.
new topic.
We've discussed this 1,000 times, even on our silly podcast. Okay, you're not listing enough, or you're not listing the right stuff. The pricing could be wrong. Krylov, always Krylov,
Man,
is
bear,
one
pig.
of those. Yeah,
Always.
you need
Okay,
to
Kevin, what's your next
list
topic?
and
I'm ready.
delist. The summer slowdown is early this year, probably.
Let me
I don't
just
know.
give you you guys guess. We haven't done this. We didn't do it last episode. So a Hardcastle and McCormick MPC. Those are the models. You probably recognize that little MPC signal. You guys have seen it before. Hardcastle. You don't even know what Hardcastle and McCormick is, do you? Do you know what the Fall Guy is?
Oh, that's a
Same
70s
era.
TV show.
Same era as the
I
Fall
thought you
Guy.
were
They had a
just
truck as well.
telling me like about a law firm or something.
Hardcastle and McCormick. The guy from Pollyanna. You guys know
LLC.
Pollyanna? The dad in Pollyanna?
No, the dad in Pollyanna. What are you talking
What is
about?
Pollyanna? I'm gonna.
Do you
Google
think
it.
you're talking to people who?
No. I'm sorry.
You think you're talking to
I'm sorry.
old timey
Hold on.
people?
I've heard Dave talk about it before, and it was not Pollyanna. I'm thinking of the twins.
You said
that-
hard castles.
Parent Trap. Parent Trap.
Parent Trap. Okay,
The
Parent
dad
Trap.
on
I've seen
Parent Trap.
Yeah.
The modern
dad on
Parent Trap, or the one that you're familiar
No,
with from the,
the
60s?
old one, where they're playing at Spyglass. So the dad on Parent
1961
Trap is
Parent Trap,
in
of
Hardcastle
course.
and McCormick. Anyways, it's a
We're
truck
very
model.
well versed in that.
A truck model. I bought it at Peaches to Beaches last year, a year ago,
We just started
from this
there, but
last
go ahead.
weekend. And it sold. It was complete in a box that had damage.
What did it go for? Are we guessing?
That's
Is that
why
the game?
I'm asking.
Oh, $42. $42.
You don't
I'm
even
guessing
care.
$70. $70.
$83.97. Carrie's
I
pretty
was
good
pretty
at this
close.
game.
I am good at this. It's like I know what I'm doing.
I still don't really understand what the item is at this point.
It's a model truck.
Something
saying
about the
numbers.
Parent Trap. I don't know. He had a car.
Trap, the old one from when I was -20. That one.
His second tier of trying to get you to understand what he was talking about was the dad from Pollyanna. I'm like, what are we
There's no dad in
Is he telling us
Pollyanna.
old German fairy tales? What is he doing?
Which was
I don't know why I
from
said
24
Pollyanna.
years before my existence. Yes.
No,
I'm
you
so
watched The
familiar.
Parent Trap, Dave. I've heard you
I
reference
did.
The Parent
That is
Trap.
That's
that
the
one I've
modern
watched.
one.
That one I've watched.
Yeah.
No, I've
But
watched the old
Pollyanna,
one, too.
you've never seen Pollyanna? That's a great movie.
Never
great
heard of
movie.
it till this very moment.
Shut up.
Well,
You got to be kidding
It's
me.
so weird, Kevin, because you're not even that old. I don't
I like
understand
stuff-
your
I
taste
like
in
old-
film.
Yeah, all your taste is
Dude,
like
you
your
were
dad's
like
taste. It's
30
gotta
when
be.
that, or -20 when that came out as well.
Where was
You
I
were
watching?
also-
Somebody asked what your favorite musical was, and my answer would be something that Paint Your Wagon. Do you like musicals, Dave?
I love
Dave
musicals.
loves
Some musicals.
We all love musicals.
Yeah.
We could talk musicals.
There's a few I don't love, but yes, I do love musicals.
I like Oklahoma. That was the first one I remember seeing, and I was also
Seven
in
Brides
it.
for Seven Brothers. There you go.
Yeah, like I didn't like La La Land.
Well.
La La Land was
Harley
very boring.
Davidson
I
pants.
turned it off.
Leather vintage
Okay.
Harley Davidson,
Like we're having
$110
three different
plus shipping.
conversations.
We are.
I don't. Yeah, I feel like we must have the worst delay today because like we're really struggling. Maybe my volume's too quiet for Kevin to hear it.
No, I hear it. I think Kevin's just looking
I
at
hear you
just
just fine.
eBay and just
Ignoring
saying
us
words and prices
If I
out
left,
loud.
would it help with the delay?
It might. Yeah, leave.
Okay.
Leave.
You guys have a good week.
There we go. Thumbnail. Thumbnail.
Kevin left the podcast. I feel like we've used that one too many times. I don't know if it's gonna work.
I don't think
anymore.
people believe it anymore.
I think
Bring it back.
Kind of on
Bring
its
it
way
back.
out.
He
we're
refused to
just
show
doing
his
the audio?
face.
Bring it back, baby. What's that?
There he goes. Is that a reference from the 60s too that we don't get? Was that like
I'm more of a
bring
70s,
it back, bring it back?
50s and 70s. 60s gets a little.
Can we
wonky
revisit the
sometimes.
topic now that another week has passed about the person who got banned for on whatnot?
You try to drag this out,
selling
get those
100K and
28
not shipping it?
viewers back.
Remember that? No, remember the 100K seller who didn't.
But
who
so
didn't
much
ship
might
anything?
have
Like,
developed since then and now that we.
There's a lot
I
of
know.
there
Yeah.
might be some new news.
Whatnot
A lot
is
of
terrible.
alleged,
Come
though.
to dibdit.com. That's all it
All
means.
alleged.
Here's the update, though. Listen, here's the update on the seller that got banned for $100,000 of items they didn't ship, allegedly.
Allegedly.
We don't know it, but now we can
Think
use the
about
title.
that though. Who's selling $100,000 in a couple of weeks? That's crazy.
In one show. It said one show, Kevin.
No, ain't nobody
One
doing a
show.
Well, there's some people maybe. $100,000 show?
Yeah.
It's possible.
That's like money I don't understand.
What are they
I don't
selling?
understand that kind of
Sports
What are
cards
they
do it a
selling?
lot.
$100,000 shows.
Hey.
No.
Like you have to be dealing with stuff that's big money, right? Like cards make sense if you're selling
think so.
$600, $700, $800 cards. Sell 200 of them. you know.
Gold. We'll be selling like
Or
ounces of
mystery
gold.
boxes for $10. I wouldn't be surprised on whatnot. $10 mystery boxes times 1,000.
Yeah, having a
That's
duck
not bad.
race that leads to a wheel you can spin, and then you get a pull from a pull box. That's a card one.
Yeah, you could sell
Allegedly.
1,000. That would be a great show. 1,000 mystery boxes, $100 a piece.
$1,000 mystery boxes.
Are there that many gamblers out there?
No.
Yes.
Yes,
Here's
100,000.
the key.
100.
You
Yes.
do
1,000.
one. Look, this is less shipping. $100,000 mystery box. Could you imagine if my channel? Like, I just went on randomly with my bargain box crowd and be like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna just sit here till I sell $100,000."
You just keep rerunning it as a 10-second auction, sudden death.
Sudden death.
Didn't sell.
Sudden
Like,
death.
all you're saying is
Didn't sell.
didn't sell. Didn't sell.
How long
Still
would
hasn't
someone
sold.
have to do that before you would start to be like, dude, that dude's been on for 7 days straight?
Well,
And
you
then you
want to
just
get
start
news
getting
coverage,
people
right?
coming
You
in.
want to get
Yeah, you got to do it.
you want to get some news coverage.
It could be like
There's got
full
to
of
be
black
like a sad
diamonds.
story.
Full
Yeah.
of black diamonds.
Yeah. Yep. And there's got to
And
be a
Beanie
sad story
Babies.
like man's been streaming for 9 days to try to save money for kidney transplant. But you're not really.
I could
right?
I could
That's the
see
whole
like
scam.
I could see. I mean, I don't want to do mystery boxes, but I could see somebody going like, the floor is $100, the ceiling's 200,000. We have 2 boxes. It's too much.
This
Well, I
is
don't get-
stupid. Why
well, I
are we
guess it would
doing
work
this
with
podcast? I don't blame
don't
people
know.
for quitting.
For quitting the
my
podcast.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
hanging out, guys. We're just here to hang out.
chilling.
Honestly,
No,
this show is
we
just
gotta
to
have
hang
some
out
format.
with Dave Carey. And
We
Kevin
need a
show.
fourth. We need real reselling, not this fake live stuff.
It might be true, guys. It might be. We might literally need a fourth person who sells a lot on. I think the show last week was much better with another eBay seller on there. Because, yeah.
Well,
the show's
people
dead.
complain if you talk about. Although I'll tell you what, the live selling for me has gone up. The first week of March was crazy good, so I'm happy.
Well, it's crazy how that happens when you run an auction.
Dude, oh my gosh, I run auctions.
You
Dave
ran
says
more
this, and then
auctions
he
than
never
you did
even
the week
shows
before.
up to my auction. Yeah, I ran 3 last week.
Dude,
4.
what?
4 in a week.
If you
4
run
in a
3 or
7-day
4
period.
instead of 1, then it increases. It's pretty basic math, Kevin. Yes, you ran more shows, so your live auctions went up. That's kind of why I like it better than eBay, because eBay I can list more and it may help. Maybe.
Oh, it'll help.
Hopefully.
Come on. We
It'll
went
help a
on a
little,
listing
maybe.
rampage and it
That's
went way up.
it. It is the truth. Like if you go live, you're gonna make money. You might not make what you want, but like this week, like on Dibdit, I did 3 card auctions. They were all different. But they all kind of were fairly good. At least the last 2. The first one was slow, but that's just how it is. Every auction's different.
Yeah, no doubt.
yeah,
I did an
riveting
Easter
content.
auction last week. Did you see my Easter auction? I've been
Yes,
saving up
with
all
all the
my
bunnies.
Easter stuff, and I just on a whim, like I'm gonna go on and sell a bunch of Easter stuff, and I did, and it killed.
And how'd
it.
you
It
do?
was Awesome.
It's like
Did awesome. It was good. I was like an hour and something, and it was. I mean, it was Easter stuff. It was plush and whatever. $408 in an hour, something like that, for Easter stuff.
Yeah,
I was
I might
happy
do
with
more
that.
themed auctions. I kind of like just the everything auctions. They're fun.
Yeah. But I've done that for a while now. Last Easter I was on Whatnot, and I did an Easter bunny show. I mean, it's just Easter plush, and did well. So I saved it up all year and just pulled it out. It's a little early, but it killed it, and we made a bunch of space.
Based on your shirt, are you showing support to the plague? Is that what you're doing here?
Yeah. Or doctors.
I used to wear this to school. I got this from some teachers because teachers like me.
Or is it like an eyes wide shut thing?
No. This is the mask they wore during